The Five Orange Pips is the sixth story in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, first published in 1891. The story begins with Dr. John Watson recounting the unusual case that Sherlock Holmes was tasked with solving. The case involves a young man named John Openshaw, who visits Holmes seeking help after his family experiences a series of strange and alarming events. John's uncle, Elias Openshaw, had received a letter containing 5 orange pips, seeds, just before his death, which was followed by a mysterious and sudden demise. Elias Openshaw had been living in fear, believing that the letter was a warning, and he had recently revealed to John that he had been involved in a dangerous situation in the past. After the uncle's death, John received the same kind of letter with 5 orange pips inside, and he is now terrified that his own life is in danger. Holmes listens intently to John's story and agrees to investigate the matter further. The details of Elias Openshaw's past seem to hold a significant clue. Holmes quickly deduces that the 5 orange pips are not just a random symbol, but rather a part of a broader and more ominous message. Holmes' immediate suspicion is that this case involves the Ku Klux Klan, a secretive and violent group active in the southern United States. He surmises that Elias Openshaw had somehow gotten involved with this group during his time in America, likely due to a prior conflict, and that the group was now sending a message through the mysterious letters. Holmes and Watson travel to the place where Elias Openshaw had lived before his death, hoping to uncover more information about his past dealings. Holmes learns that Elias had been involved in an unfortunate incident many years earlier, during a time when he was living in the southern United States. He had been caught in a dispute between 2 groups, one of whom was affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan. It turns out that Elias had been threatened by the Klan, who had warned him that his life would be in danger if he revealed the group's activities. Despite the threats, Elias had refused to back down, which led to his eventual death. Holmes concludes that the 5 orange pips are a form of communication from the Klan, and that they signify a death sentence. The letter containing the pips is a warning to John Openshaw, as the Klan's methods are typically swift and ruthless. The Klan's power lies in its ability to instill fear and silence its victims, and Holmes realizes that John's life is now in grave danger. After further investigation, Holmes uncovers that John is being targeted because of his connection to Elias, who had crossed paths with the Klan. As Holmes delves deeper into the case, the situation becomes increasingly tense. Holmes makes plans to protect John Openshaw, but the case takes a tragic turn. Despite Holmes' efforts to track down the perpetrators and uncover the full extent of the conspiracy, John Openshaw is found dead in an apparent accident. His death is attributed to drowning, but Holmes is convinced it was a murder carried out by the Klan in accordance with their usual methods. The final moments of the story reveal that John had not only been a victim of the same threat that killed his uncle, but also that the group responsible had succeeded in silencing him as well. Holmes and Watson later learned that the mystery behind the orange pips and the Klan's involvement remains unsolved, as the perpetrators of John's death are never caught. Despite Holmes' best efforts to protect John, the power of the secretive and dangerous group proves to be insurmountable. The case ends with an unresolved sense of menace, as Holmes reflects on the difficulties of tackling such a hidden and elusive enemy. The 5 Orange Pips is a story that explores themes of fear, secrecy, and the dangers of hidden criminal organizations. It also showcases Holmes' ability to deduce connections and uncover the truth, even in the face of ominous and cryptic threats. However, the story also highlights the limitations of even Sherlock Holmes' brilliant mind when it comes to dealing with a shadowy and violent group that operates outside the law. The unresolved nature of the case, along with the chilling deaths of Elias and John Openshaw, leaves the reader with a sense of unease, as the true power of the Ku Klux Klan is never fully exposed or defeated. The story stands out for its dark atmosphere and its portrayal of an enemy that is not only difficult to track, but also nearly impossible to stop.